What's going on, everybody? My name is Jalen Henry. I did for this case study. I did the sports room. Um, well, going through this course and looking at the different rooms that we had and discussions that we had over the sports room is what really stood out to me the most. The sports room, just because the reason why I picked the sports room, big sports fan, and also it was crazy to see how much psychology is behind the sports room that nobody really knows about, or people know about but they don't really talk about it. You know what I mean? So basically, I kind of did my case study a little wrong, a lot wrong, but this video presentation I hope can help bring that back up. Um, so basically, what I did, I talked about in my case study. I talked about like what is involved, or going through the chapter, what is involved in the sports room. Um, Basically, what the sports room is psychology that is applied, been to one of the most essential and least studied aspects of human behavior, our need for essential of recreation and physical activities. Um, Psychology, it plays a big role in sports, um, a major role, in fact, because especially like athletes who get injured or athletes who lose motivation or confidence if they get injured, that's a kind of scenario that you can use. We look at athletes today, like say for instance, a couple of years ago, Kevin Ware, who played for Louisville, um, when they were playing Duke in a Final Four, or was it Final Four? Yep, Final Four, and he got injured. He broke his leg. Once that injury happened, he was just in awe. Like he didn't know if he was going to come back from the injury because it was a serious injury. Um, Basically, Kevin Ware, he went through rehab and all that. He was still kind of down because that was supposed to be his breakout year. He was a top draft pick as well. He was, and that happened. So basically, what happened was he ended up transferring to Georgia State, where he kind of picked up his game a little bit, but not so much. But it kind of gave him that confidence back to say that he still had it after that injury. Um, so that's one thing. One of the scenarios, especially one of the scenarios that I seen in the textbook. Um, but I was supposed to give my own. But I talked about the one in the textbook. It was the loss of confidence in professional athletes, and they gave a scenario of a girl who, lost confidence coming up in a race, and she didn't know like what was, why was she losing that confidence? Why was she mentally prepared for that race? But it was basically she just needed more motivation. Motivation is a part of a theory called the social psychology theory. That is a theory that plays a major role in the sports room, and motivation is a topic in that point, and socialization. So motivation is something that all sports athletes need to carry themselves and to keep them going, and to not lose confidence in what's going on, or not lose confidence in just their team, or not even, or in themselves, just to keep them up and ready, prepared for any event, game, or whatever's coming their way. And socialization was also another topic, a part of psychology. Socialization is a way to help you communicate better on what's going on, or whatever you need and stuff like that. Um, Other techniques that are part of the social psychology theory, for the sports room, you have imagery training, relaxation training. Um, but yeah, so um, a definition for motivation that I thought was, when you look at motivation, you always get motivation is an experience or desire of aversion. Um, Another definition was motivation has both an objective aspect and internal or subjective aspect. Um, for socialization was the process by which a person learns to conform individual behavior and responses to norms and values of society. Um, yeah, so that is what plays. I feel like that's what plays a major part in um, sports, in the sports room. For me, if I go back and look at any reflection or a personal time that that I kind of relate to what happened in the sports room, I can go back to where in eighth grade, I actually broke my wrist, and that was the year I was the basketball coach from my middle school wanted me to come back and try out because I tried out my 7th grade year. I made it to the last day, and I got cut. And then he was like, he really wanted me on the team, you know what I mean? And he told me to come back next year. So from when I got cut, I've been training that whole year and summer, ready to come back in the fall and make the team. And basically 2 days before tryouts, I decided to go play ball with my friends, and I broke my wrist. And basically, I just lost all hope. I didn't make the team, of course, but I felt like I lost, like, all hope. Like, I was like, man, basketball's over with for me, and you know what I mean, I'm never gonna be able to play again. But like the coach, he was just like, he still invited me, to be a part of the team. I was a manager, but I also got to practice with the team every practice and stuff like that. So I was kind of treated like a player instead of a manager. And I thought that was pretty cool to actually get to run with some of the basketball players who were better than me. You know what I mean? Because now they're playing college ball now, and it was a great opportunity to do that. So motivation is a big key for this. Motivation and socialization is a big key in the sports room that helps athletes get to where they need to get to, and just to help them mentally prepare for any sports or just to keep them up. That's my case study. Thank you.